Hey, what's up? It's Adam Smith from the CommanderSmiths, and it is Proxy time. This week, working on Plateau. So it's the next line, next in the lineup of our dual lands. There's a couple different arts I could use with this one, but I'm going to go over that in a little bit of why I chose the one that I am choosing to go with. And actually, I might even make the decision as you're watching this video. Stick around because it's Proxy time. All right, gang, here we go. We are working on the next installment of our dual lands. Now, there's a couple things with this one. I really like the old school art of the dual lands, but man, there's nothing good to pull if you want to try to just find the full art of those proxies. So the one I'd like to use is not this one. That's the one we might be working with here, but it's this one. I really would love to work with this art because this is just reminds me of Plateau, but there just really wasn't that much on there for a Google search. So really the two that I'm working with, and see how this one more looks like a painting of the unlimited version of Plateau. I might mess with this one a little bit, so this video might be a little bit longer, but the one that I think is going to work the best is this one. So we will start with this one. Remember, with the dual lands, this one's a little bit unique of how we have to do this, because although I do like the way this looks, I have the old school feel to it that I really like this, and this still has that new school feel of this part in there. Because as you know, for the other ones, you have more defined lines here, and then it says counts both as a mountain and plains. So I kind of go with a mix of the two. So there's some technique that you got to do with this one. So we like how this is all framed out. So let's first start with that, and then what I'm going to do is take the other one and go over the top of this box, erase this so you don't see that anymore. And so we get that little line feel to it that gives you the kind of still that old school feel mixed with the new school. Mostly new school because we are using new school art with that. And it's not even new school art. It's not anything that was ever printed. I believe, and I'm not positive on this, but this art is just the online, I think Magic Online. So it was never released on paper, but the online stuff got this version. So that's the one that has the best quality, and thus I'm going to go with that one. Like I said, I really wish I could go with the old school ones, and if you look at some of the other proxies, hashtag Proxy of the Week on Twitter, you can see all I think I've done, this is number 6 or 7, I believe, in the lineup. I've only been able to hit some of the original ones. I think only like 3 or 4 of them, maybe. Half of them, a little bit over half. So I wish there was better, but you know, they didn't have the digital stuff, and it's hard to transfer over. You pretty much have to transfer that over from the card if you don't have the actual arts. All right, so we're going to copy, and we are going to paste that over here. You know, the funny thing is, I'm going to have to go get the CommanderSmith logo because I did not upload that. I'll do that later. Let's get this card done first. Okay, so when I was first looking at this card, I was trying to plan this out, trying to plan ahead for you guys. What I think I want to do is I like this part of the Plateau coming in front. So I'm going to pull that in front. I'm going to give this card a feel of this text box falling behind that. And I will also bring the mountain range over the top of this. These aren't how I did this. They're combined. But the text boxes themselves, they can be in different foregrounds and backgrounds. So that I don't care about. They're not as a whole once you actually start editing it. So I think it's a good spot. Actually might drop that down a little bit. Let's try to even those out. Okay. So I think right there is good. Let's zoom in. We're definitely going to cut right about there. So let's crop this. There we go. Like happened perfectly. There and there. Again, if you've seen the other videos before, this is going to sound very repetitive. Dual lands are the thing to get. If you're a commander player, this should be your power 9, if you will. These are your power 10 because you should try to get the dual lands if you can at some point because they're only going to go up. It's a reserve list card. You got to get them for your toolbox. I'm saying that out of I bought these for super cheap. None of the ones that I got for my collection I bought for over, the highest I bought was Underground Sea, and that was at 42, 52, something like that. So good for me. I should have my button bars up ready because I should give myself an oh, good for you. But yeah, so I bought that at 52, I think. I actually might be 42. And it just has skyrocketed since then. Now I have invested in some of these. I should be actually doing some work here while I'm talking instead of just talking. I have invested in some of these as an investment, obviously, because, and they have paid off because I think Plateau is one that I bought a couple of, not only for myself and my wife, actually, just for my kids as well, for college stuff. I bought those all for, I think, right around $100, and now they're in the $300 to $400 range. They're just an investment that's going to keep going up. And I know it sucks to say if you don't have them now that you're spending a lot of money, but the thing is they're going to keep going up. I mean, we may come down a little bit off of this high right now, and I think that's a lot has to deal with the stimulus checks, is why the reserve list stuff has been kind of going crazy. So they'll come back down again a little bit, but I think no pun intended, we're at a new plateau. I think the bottom isn't plateaus and scrublands and all that stuff at that $100 range. Those may reach back up to the $300-$400 range might be our new plateau for those. So get them. get them when you can, and just get them for your collection, and then just start using these proxies. That's all you got to do. Have it for your collection, and then make a nice little proxy for it and put them in every single deck that you can. All right, so we're just cleaning up stuff right now, getting the stuff there. I think that looks fine. Yep, that'll look good. Let's get that mountaintop going up, because that's, I wouldn't say difficult, but it's going to be, the most easy. That's what I meant. Not difficult, easy. We're going to bring that to the foreground. So it really brings your eye into that. Let's get that peak a little bit. Yeah, so I know a lot of people with the reserve list stuff, there's whatever, but really, if you really want some of these cards, and it's really for Commander and stuff, make that your goal. It's kind of a nice goal to have, like, hey, once I get these duels, my decks will be upgraded. And it's not like it makes it so your deck's going to win. It just makes your decks more consistent. So getting the dual lands, and you know what? Who knows whatever your play group is, maybe you don't even have to have the card. Like our play group does, you have to have the card to play with these, but hey, this is making the proxies is a good alternative than buying these hundreds of dollars of cards. I personally, if you're playing with me, you got to own the card before you play with it. Unless you're in the Discord, then you don't have to do that. It's fine. But yeah, so it's a nice thing to get. It's a nice goal. And it's funny because we did do a Power 9 for Commander, which obviously got stolen by our fellow other Minnesotans. Commanders, 2 dimes and a nickel. But to be honest with you, I think the Power 9 is really the Power 10 with the dual lands. That is something that you probably could shoot for if we're really putting it like comparable to the Power 9 stuff. Okay, so we're getting that feel. I like that. So this is a very simple one. So that's why we might actually get the other one on and see how we're going to mix the two together. So that was really fast with that. There was really only one spot I could think of to have the... Oh, no, it isn't that simple, because we need to get this. So I just did that whole text crap on the bottom there, getting rid of the text box, and I need to plug this in there. So that was kind of pointless because I'm going to have to erase this too afterwards. But whatever. It's just what happens when you're talking. Blabbing. All right, so let's get this on there. So this is that interesting technique to do this, because I'd prefer to have this on there than the newer one. And this is actually kind of a newer one as well. I just want to make sure I got that right. Okay, so we're matching that. We're going to move it over. Make sure it's all covered. And if we need to, we can just cover the whole, just do a little extra. Let's see how that looks. Okay. I think we're good there. Yep. And you see this? I don't know if I like that so much. See that right under there? Let's hit that first before we go any further because I just don't like how... Let's change that. I don't want to hit that box too. So let's get... Come on. I just don't like how that looks. So let's get rid of it altogether. There we go. Yep. Okay. Good. All right. So now, because we do want the box to look see-through. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this one so we can see through here. So it's a little off because I made it a little bit bigger. And what we are going to do is we're going to stamp tool this. Or do we even need to do that? I think we just need to erase. How did I do it before? I can't remember. Which way do I want this to go? So I want that whole background to go. Okay. So actually what I can do, we're going to get this big and we're just deleting that whole underneath layer. And that solves our problem right there because now we no longer have a text box underneath. And all that matters is the new one that we just made, which is that one. It looks a little blurry there, but when you zoom out, it looks fine. Now we got to go back down to that bottom part and we are going to get that plateau ledge to come out there. Kind of have a big stamp tool there, so let's get that a little smaller. Still going to be quite quick on this one. Well, I got to add the CommanderSmith logo, which we'll get in there in just a second. There really isn't many places you can put on this one. There's not much going on else in this picture. So there really isn't a lot of options. Okay, so text box. I want it to show through a little bit more because then it feels like it's down in that cave a little bit, the cliff, off the cliff there. Okay, so next thing really quick. Let's get rid of this there. Could go back to my old school ways. Oops, I don't need to double click. It's just clicking there and then we're going like that. And put the CommanderSmith logo right there. When I was first kind of making this, I was just putting it where the other set logos went. Yeah, looks like there's a little shadow down there. Good. Okay. So my thought was having it maybe come out over here. I got to first go grab it. All right. Now that I have it, let's get that going. Boop. Okay. Copy. Let's shrink you down. Where, oh, where are we going to put you? My thought was just kind of like I've done with a couple of the other dual lands, is I kind of almost made it seem like it was a rising sun. We do have the sun beaming there, so it could almost make this feel like this is the beam it's coming off of that's releasing this light. That was one of my thoughts on this. So I think that might be the route I go. Yeah, put it more towards the middle. And even this yellow kind of fits in with that. So we have to stamp again. Stamp, stamp. Go to our logo. See through, zoom in. And you don't just want it. Yeah, there we go. See, now it looks like it's rising over. And zoom out. Oh, one other thing. We are going to change the layer. So right now, see how it looks like? Well, it is in front of that. No, it isn't. Okay, so if we go like this. Oh, no, the other way around. I want it in front, but I don't want it to show through like that. There. So it's going to be a little brighter. Kind of actually getting that sun feel to it. Yeah. So It isn't technically the right way because the shadows, well, maybe. I mean, you could have a ridge right there, and that's why you get the shadow over here. You have the sun doing this, but I don't know. It's just a way to use this one out. Okay, so that's the first one. I don't even know what we are for time. 15 minutes? That's not too bad. And actually, it turned out really good. So I could end the video here. I'm thinking I might because I actually like this plateau. And when I add some color in, once I get it to the proxy form, which you can see that in the short, what it turns out afterwards. I do, if you watch this and you like this and you want to see what it looks like actually after it's all done, there is a short of this that I display the card and show you how it looks after we print it out. But I think I'm going to stick with this one because the part why I wouldn't jump to the other is this just turns in so many of these paintings. Where is it? There. It just more looks like a painting rather than anything else. We can look at it really quick just to see how that turns out. So we can copy this just to bring it over. Oh no, did I miss that? Shoot. What? Doesn't look like, oh, you know what? I did. But look where I caught it. This, by erasing that text box, it no longer was there. Woo! Saved my butt. All right. This actually isn't that bad. We might have to do it. Let's do it quick. Let's do it quick. All right. We're going to do it. Get out of there. Fix that. And I might just, because it is the old school one, we got to keep it with the old school, don't we? I think we do. And I don't even know why I'm doing this because, like I said, that text box is going to go away. So who cares? All right, let's do this. It's going to be a longer one. Whatever. All right, let's move that over. What's more important? Those boulders. We want the plateau actually in there. So we're going to try to take advantage of all of that. What rocks are we going to be able to see through here? So we're going to pull this to the front. Maybe this over here. Can probably keep those there. We just want some things to come through. Plateau itself. Here's what we're going to do. See, so you got to do some see-through stuff. We're going to do this so that we can make this plateau ridge come through to actually give you even more dimension to this picture. We got the big boulder there. We get the full feel of the plateau. Got the opening there so you can see the full name. I think I like it. I got to drop it a little bit. Like so. So we'll actually have this whole thing come here. We're going to crop it down like that. Okay. I think that's what we're going to do. Crop it. Going to the full top there, but our bottom we're going to bring in a little bit. We don't need that much. I think that's good. Oh yeah, I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. All right, so let's do first things first. Let's get that box here in there before I really start messing around with stuff. Oops. No, that was right. Okay. Bring that there. Bring that to there. We'll make it a little bit bigger. Okay. That's fine there. So then what we want to do is let's get our base going here first. So let's stamp. Boom. We want this one to be see-through. We're going to get rid of the bottom one. And remember that line that I didn't like before? You can't really see it now. But we're going to get rid of all of that right now. And we don't have to worry about lines. Where we're going, there are no roads. I actually don't even know why I said that. Why did that pop in my head? I have no idea. Maybe because I have no idea. Just don't even listen. All right, so we're bringing that through. Remember what I said, what I wanted to come through. So let's hit those right away. We do have to hit this text box because the other one no longer exists. So remember I said I wanted these to come through. And I think that's all I'll do for the lower stuff. I don't want any more of those rocks to come through. But we kind of almost want these rocks to feel like they're piling up in front of the picture there. Okay. Yep. Okay, so now it feels like those rocks are just piled up right outside of the picture, and it's covering what our box is doing there. Then we're going to jump up to the actual plateau. Oh, okay. Remember what I was saying there? We got to switch it. I'm just going to back it up because we do need to be on this one to get rid of it completely like that. I was on the other one, and okay, so see, we got a little bit there, so we are going to have to throw another box there to clean it up. So I didn't do any cleaning beforehand on this one. And we have one more spot that I can see right on the edge there. Let's just hit it with that. Actually getting rid of some of that shadow there, so it actually keep it dark at the bottom, so it gives a little bit more dimension there. More like 3D-ish. Shrink that up. Want these cliffs to come through. Sorry, these plateaus to come through. And this one, I haven't even thought of where the logo is going to go, so that's going to be fun. All right, clean that up. Clean that up. Ooh, did I go a little out of the line there? Kind of. I don't like what's happening with the sky there. The sky is so... Oh, let's see. Yeah. See, a little blue. Dang it. Okay. We need to back it up because I don't like that. I don't want that coming through unless I want the whole thing to be highlighted as coming through. Nope, I don't want that. So, Z, Control Z. There, okay. Zoom in a little bit. Just get a little more precise with that. Let go of your click. There we go. Whoop, whoop. Let's check it out. Let's get that full color going just to see where we're at. I think that's fine. And I can still see through. Oh, it looks like I got some cleaning to do there. I didn't get everything that I wanted there. Do I? Okay, that blue's fine. That's fine. All right, so the plateau. That looks cool. That looks really sweet there. All right, let me do some cleaning down below. It's red here and up there, and then looks like we got to get this right there. I'm glad we started this one. I'm really glad to do this because I do like the old school art that where I see it and I'm like, that's Plateau, you know, like I want to have that. I tried to do that as much as I could. Oh, what in the heck? Oh, I accidentally clicked the Windows button. So on my other screen, it was pulling up other crap. So that's why I kind of paused there. Getting rid of that. Whoop. Let's stamp again. Whoop. Stamp again. There we go. I'm like getting confused on what my buttons are. Like, which button do I press again? Okay. That's good. We're clean. Boxes look good. Logo. Where are we going with this logo? Let's see. Could just be among the rubble on the ground. Is there a rock that kind of looks like the logo? Could do it on the face of a rock. I could really distort it and make it look like another rock. I think because of the time right now of how much time I've already spent by doing 2 proxies, that I will just put it on the face of a rock and then really lighten it up. Okay, that's fine. And then we just boom it. 30%? Yeah, then you can't really see it that well. Kind of like that. 50%? Yeah. Then it looks like it's kind of a little bolder there. Or I even could put it over on this little guy right there. Kind of like that one better. Perfect. All right. Well, hey, you got two plateaus out of this. We got an old school one, which actually turned out awesome. I am very happy with how this one turned out. Just checking the bottom here. Yeah, sorry, just checking my work here. Some of the stuff I do afterwards anyways. But that's 2 plateaus. So you got the new school one with the logo up there. You get that nice plateau feel to it. So you got the nice crisp lines. Then you got the old school one, which actually has that painting feel to it. So I'm really happy with how both of these turned out. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. You can see other videos just like this, Proxy Time videos, or you can check out our Twitter page with the hashtag Proxy of the Week to see all the other duels that have been made. And eventually, all 10 of them will be done. I'm Adam Smith from the CommanderSmiths. That was Proxy Time. I'll check you next week. See ya. Bye. Saga!